Hi, my name is Kara Carpenter and I'm co-founder of Teachley. Before starting Teachley, I taught for 7 years in both rural and urban low-income schools. The sad truth is that in most of our nation's classroom, instruction today looks very much like it did 40, 50 years ago. There's a lot of worksheets and busy work, and few students get the opportunity to engage in deep thinking and learning. In my own classroom, I tried to be different. I invented collaborative games and projects, facilitated class discussions, and fostered independent learning. But it was hard, much harder than anything I have done since. And there weren't any products to make that kind of teaching easier. I also knew that my reach as a classroom teacher was limited. All kids deserve great teaching and learning, not just those in my class. So, what did I do about it? I got a fellowship to get a PhD in cognition and learning at Teachers College. I met my co-founders and we started Teachley to bridge the gap between all the great research on how kids learn and the products available in the market. We began applying for grants, and as of today, we've gotten $6 million in grants from the U.S. Department of Education, Institute of Education Sciences, the National Science Foundation, the National Institutes of Health, and private foundations. With that R&D funding, we have created 8 math games, brought 6 partner apps onto our data platform. We have 1.5 million downloads and are being used in schools across all 50 states. Unfortunately, most of the ed tech being developed today looks much like the worksheets and busy work, only now it's online. At Teachley, we help children develop strategies and think flexibly. We focus on great design. In fact, our first app, Atomals, won an Apple Design Award for Outstanding Innovation in Design, one of only 12 apps that year to receive the award. And we do this within engaging game worlds that keep kids playing. So instead of shading one rectangle, you're racing through a 3D world and getting support to develop a deeper understanding. Next, we're going to hear from some teachers and administrators about what they like about Teachley.
Technology has really changed my teaching. I don't think I could go back to not having technology in the classroom. Teachley apps really give the students a 3-dimensional experience into mathematical thinking. It allows them to touch and tap and think and slide different characters, different manipulatives, because it's not about the answers, it's about how you get to the answers.
When I first showed the Atomals app to the first grade teachers, their joy was, oh wow, this app is teaching the same way I teach the kids. The connection is right there for the students. After 1 or 2 sessions, they learn how to tap to get started, how to tap to find their teacher name, tap to find their student name. The students can manage it entirely on their own.
When students use the Teachley apps, they're engaged, they're excited, their face lights up.
It's just so interesting to watch how animated they are about their progress. Not just thinking about numbers and math, but they really feel accomplished.
Teachers often tell me that when they use Teachley, that it's just like another person being in the room with them, so that they have time to work one-on-one while the students are still very successful because they get the immediate feedback.
If I'm not available right at that second, I can say to them, please go on Atomals, please go on Subtractables or Mount Multiplis. And I know that they're getting the foundational skills that they're going to need from these Teachley apps. It's been well thought, well planned, and gives them a variety of tools and skills to use to become mathematical thinkers. That second teacher is right there when I'm not.
Teachers are experiencing a big increase in the demand for accountability. They have to show data that shows whether a student is excelling, student is on grade level, student is struggling. What they're used to is sitting with a student one-on-one while 21 other students are busy and trying to assess that student. And this is doing it constantly for them. they can go on and they can see where a student is on their fact fluency, and they have the data for that, which they wouldn't have otherwise.
Having a dashboard in Teachley definitely sets them apart. It gives you another user experience to dive into. It gives you more information on individual students and individual skills. And with the click of a button, I can see what children have done throughout the day and the skills that they have and the skills that they continue to work on.
Our latest project, Market Bay, is an immersive game economy where kids are buying and selling, crafting furniture, and decorating their apartments. Spanning grades K-5, this app is comprehensive. We're teaching them base 10 in the way we actually use it. You want things? You gotta make them, buy them, figure it out. This world gives them the opportunity to have an apartment and decorate it, to run a store and make financial decisions. Kids love the authenticity and grown-upness of Market Bay, which will keep them immersed in learning and doing math. Here's a sneak peek at some of the apartments the kids are creating. This past school year, we tested the game with students over in East Harlem, and week after week, the kids were psyched to play. This student amassed over $500, which represents hundreds of buying and selling transactions. There are other games where you can personalize, but every piece of furniture you see in this room, every dollar earned, every paint created represents time spent doing math. Let's hear from one of our students about creating paint within this game.
And then I'm going to go into craft. And then, which color should I craft? I like blue, so I'm going to do maybe 23.
You'll notice here the goal is to make 77, and she feels comfortable grabbing the 20-somethings,
Definitely not 50.
but is purposely skipping the 51. 12 is enough.
It's supposed to be 7, 9, 10. Now all I need is 11.
Oh, 11.
And
So she's figured out that she does need one more 1, and originally thinks one more 10.
Or maybe a 21. Yeah, that'll probably do it, a 21.
Oh, not one more 10, 2 more 10s, 21. So she waits.
22, 24, 25, 21. A 21. Perfect.
Oh, and she's able to grab the 21.
Then for
Okay, from that, one of the things that we can tell is that this is a student who's very comfortable with estimating and with adding quantities in order to get up to a sum.
1 after 7, right? No, I don't know.
Now she's almost finished with the blue and yellow, so she's focusing on the black. She needs 34.
2 tens, and then 12. I need 14. Oh, so there are some ones. A couple yellow ones. Okay, just what I wanted. 11. No, I need 14. 12.
Now she knows exactly what number she's looking for, 14.
11, 14, 10, 10, 7, 10.
This gives us our first indication of something that she doesn't yet know. So 7 and 7 came out, which is a combination to make 14, but she doesn't recognize it as such.
11, 10, 7, 10, 7. Are they trying to make me use 10s and 7s? Well, that's
She has figured
13
us out a
is
little
the
bit
big
on that one. We are trying to figure out what
Maybe I'll
combination
just
she's
use a
comfortable
10.
with and which
So
combination
they
she's
won't do
not.
them. And then 30. I need 4 now. 4. That's it. 4. I'm done.
Next, we'll take a look at how she can
So
use the
just
paint
go
that she
into
has
the comments.
created in her world.
And then I can decorate. Then I'm gonna take my paint. I have 5 of it. And then you can paint the walls or the floors.
Next, we'll go back and revisit some of those teachers and administrators we heard
We
earlier.
have a rigorous process that we go through to screen software before we decide to either pilot the software or purchase the software. Teachers aren't on their own trying to figure out, is this something that's cute or is this something that's going to be very successful?
Given the limited resources that we all have, it's a very worthwhile investment.
I don't have my own iPad at home, so I'm glad that I get to use an iPad at school, and I really like the animals one. I want to be an engineer.